Hola, bella.
Además de guapísima.
Gracias.
Cuéntame, ¿cuál es la mejor actuación de selección?
Hoy, mira, yo creo mucho en la selección. Al final, gracias.
Cuéntame, ¿cuál es la mejor actuación de selección?
Hoy, mira, yo creo mucho en la selección.
Que vimos 20 años atrás a la actual.
Sí.
¿Cuál es la diferencia? ¿Qué ha crecido?
Mira, yo creo que aquella era más mayor y esta es más joven. Estoy cada vez más conectada con la niña que fui y es como una regresión pues eso, mantenerte siempre curioso, que es como la fontana de la juventud, la fuente de la juventud, la curiosidad, no perderla y luego pues eso, pues disfrutar con todo y estar muy agradecidos. Estoy muy feliz de haber elegido un camino como el artístico, me ha dado muchas satisfacciones, muchas cosas compartidas con gente estupenda, muchos lugares que he podido visitar, que sigo visitando, muchos, pues eso, disfrutar del arte.
We're all traveling ladies. After all, what lady is not a trip? Never underestimate the power of remaining still. Go with the flow. Do not fear movement. Add back every expression of every emotion that you have ever experienced in your life. Add on layers. Gather and remember all the faces of who you have been. Now, you are who you are.
Traveling lady, viaja sin parar. Pobres demonios, solo quieren asustar. Tu alma transparente sigue la corriente. Son las vidas de antes las que vuelven siempre. Esta enfermedad también es la cura. Tu alma barroca flota en la locura y baila sin parar. Eterna danza en espiral. Traveling lady, viaja sin parar. Traveling lady, tell me where you are. Traveling lady, viaja sin parar. Traveling lady, don't forget to come back. Ay, 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 ay. Traveling lady, tell me where you are. Ay, 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 ay. Traveling lady, don't forget to come back. Alcanzar la playa era mi única esperanza. Convertirme en arena después de haber sido agua y sal. Y antes de secarme al sol, adherirme a tus pies. Así ellos, sin darse apenas cuenta, me llevarán de retorno a casa, a la casa donde vive mi amor. Alcanzar la playa, alcanzar la playa, alcanzar la playa, alcanzarla, 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 alcanzarla. Mi piace, non mi piace. Mi piace, non mi piace. Mi piace, non mi piace. Mi piace. I'm waiting in the line of love. I'm waiting in the line of love. My turn to be loved and loved. My turn to be loved and loved. Estoy esperando en la cola del amor. Mi turno para amar y ser amada. Lot of people waits before me. Lot of people waiting behind me. The line is long. The line is long. Estoy esperando en la cola del amor. Tanta gente me espera delante de mí. Tanta gente esperando detrás de mí. La cola es muy larga. Waiting in the line of love. My turn to be loved and loved. My turn to be loved and loved. Estoy esperando en la cola del amor. Mi turno para amar y ser amada. Mi piace, non mi piace. Mi piace, non mi piace. Mi piace, non mi piace. Mi piace. My name is silence. Don't tell anyone. My name is silence. Silence de amor. All that I need. All that I feel. My name is silence. Come dance with me. El silencio me ha llamado para darme tu querer. Yo no sé si estás cansado, amor, o el silencio va en tu ser. El silencio vuelve siempre cada vez que pienso en ti. Yo no sé si estás callado, amor, o el silencio mora en ti. Ay, amor, ay, qué silencio que hay aquí. Mientras tú estás dormido, amor, el silencio me habla a mí. Mi piace, non mi piace. Mi piace, non mi piace. Mi piace, non mi piace. Mi piace. Dame, dame, dame amor, que tengo frío. Dame, dame, dame amor, amado mío. Dame, dame, dame amor, que tengo frío. Dame, dame, dame amor, corazón mío. Mi piace, non mi piace. Mi piace, non mi piace. Mi piace, non mi piace. mi piaci tu. Siento en el alma unas ganas inmensas de llorar. Tú me haces falta y juré no decírtelo jamás. Yo quiero hacerte con mis lágrimas un collar de perlas. Déjame llorar, porque hoy que te perdí, queriéndote olvidar, me acuerdo más de ti. Si es un delito amar, un delincuente soy, porque no he de pagar las culpas de mi amor. Yo quiero hacerte con mis lágrimas un collar de perlas. Déjame llorar, porque hoy que te perdí, queriéndote olvidar, me acuerdo más de ti. Traveling lady. Everything came from this mind, this amazing mind that Jessica has, this unicity. You are unique, my darling. You're unique. All the things you invite. I love a lot of parts of the traveling, but the cold cream, let me tell you. The cold cream is amazing.
We need supportive cold creams.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway, the second part of what you saw was from an amazing performance that Rossy did in Milano at the Piccolo Teatro, named Resiliencia de Amore. So we just wanted to incorporate, to give you a taste of both words.
We make a mix.
Collage.
Mix for you. A collage.
I just wanted to let you know.
This beautiful Traveling Lady song, we composed it together, Jessica and I. It was like coming like that, and it was like revelation.
After a week of green screen in July, where Rossy had to wear
a lot of
Victorian coats and green screen and
the green
horrible
screen.
lights. We had
was a nightmare. Green screen was a nightmare.
All over. But Friday was a big treat, so we went to a recording studio and we got together, and Andres Levin did the melody, and we had a wonderful afternoon, and it ended up very beautiful. So the whole project has
we enjoy like little girls.
Very much.
We are like little girls having fun all the time.
It was like finding a sister.
Yes.
Of course, a sister that I adored since I was,
She don't eat me like I eat the other one. You don't eat me never. And what about the American girl? Huh? Falling in love with the French girl. Beautiful, beautiful. What imagination you have.
Thank you.
Love
so I want to talk, since we're on the
go.
Film festival. Can you tell us about, you were mentioning the upcoming movie Madame. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
I didn't expect you. Well, Madame is a film I made this summer. It's Amanda Sterz, a writer and French director, who writes for me this a piece of theater play called Madame, about a servant. I specialize in servants. I love, indeed, because they deserve all the homage you can give to it, because they take care of us. And but this servant works for Toni Collette, is my madame, and Harvey Keitel is my monsieur. And everything is in English, even it's a French movie. It was a theater play, but then we changed our mind, and Amanda Sterz, who is so smart and so fantastic woman, she tried so hard, because it's not easy to put a film up, but she tried so hard. She pushed boundaries and go ahead, and then now we have that film. We enjoy so much filming it, and it's already selling all over the world. And you're going to see it here in Miami, I'm sure. I'm going to come with Amanda and with Tony. Promise. To the Miami Film Festival. Yay! I'm going to put you in contact with Amanda, and you can work it from this moment on.
Oh,
where are you? Okay, done. Miami Film Festival going to have a preference. Already in my heart I have this preference. Very good, this question, Jessica. She was scared to do that. She was frightened like that.
I went mainstream.
Okay. What else?
Do you want to talk a little bit about Julieta?
I love so much Julieta. It's a very, very special film. And I had very poetic moment, like, ¿cómo se llama el ciervo gigante? Un ciervo. ¿Ah? Elf.
Oh, an elf.
Elf.
An elf.
Like the elf is this character, what's not? The elf? Fine. You know what I mean. Then, my daughter, who speaks better English than me, I'm gonna say, Mama? Bueno, anyway. This moment, oniric, everybody saw Julieta already here? It's a pity I don't have my cell phone, because wherever I go, I do. Say, Pedro, te quiero, and I do all the video and I send it to him. Perhaps later on we're gonna do it. Anyway, Julieta's beautiful film is Alice Munro based, the little short stories that she wrote, and Pedro both very quick with the rights. And even, I'm going to tell you something perhaps you don't know, because he prepares this film at the beginning in Quebec or Montreal in Canada, where the thing is going, when Alice Munro lives and writes, and with Meryl Streep. Hello. They were working, but he said no. Pedro needs to be in places that is familiar for him. But he thought that he cannot adapt to Spanish. But then he arrives. I think it was 4 or 5 or 6 years in the drop. Imagine. And then he took it, and thanks God. They say, I don't know the cast yet, but I know that you're going to be there with this character. It's a little bit Mr. Danvers, his cut. But there are a lot of things that look like the train, all the colors, very his cut and very mysterious, and also very hard, because even when I read the script at the end, I was like, Mamma mia, you don't expect that, and it's so. And I'm very happy. Pedro is very, very happy, because it's very difficult that he's happy with his own work. And with Julieta was great. It's true that it's not glamour character, huh? But I had with another director, I don't let myself put this kind of... But with Pedro, I say, okay, I abandon you. Myself to you. Trust you.
Curly hair.
Hair and oh la la, and they put me little hair like that. And wrinkles and everything. Mamma mia, what a work.
Quite a very interesting character. Great. Anyway, so I don't know.
I would like you speak.
Yeah.
And you ask, do a question and answer, and put a lot, yes. Beautiful. I was asking the light, and the light come. And I would like everybody who has a curiosity or one, even for the traveling lady, because it's something amazing. Awesome, and I want you to spread yourself. And we but there is a hand. Look at this, how quick. Very good.
Rossy, primero decirte...
No te sé, oye cariño, espera, que te abran el micro.
Okay. Primero decirte, Rossy, que estoy muy emocionada de verte en persona.
Muchas
Eres
gracias.
una de las actrices que yo más admiro.
Muchas gracias.
En la película y en la canción se menciona acerca de los demonios.
Sí.
¿Cuáles son los demonios de Rossy?
Fíjate que los he dejado bastante atrás, ¿eh?
Ya.
Yo también estuve con ellos un ratito. Pero es verdad que los demonios... Everybody understand Spanish?
Sí.
I don't know if you understand or not. What me? Translate. Anyway, us demons, like I say, only want to scare us. They are not so bad. It's like, I think we put on them much more importance because we are scared of them, and because we are scared, we keep them out. But one thing that is very difficult, there is a key, but you have to act, you remember, because when you are scared, you become rigid, your back goes like that, and this rigidity makes that you are not receptive, and you cannot remember in that moment, because that if you scare the demons, they go away. Then when you have this fear, I don't want to let myself, and then demons go away like that. Over there.
Okay, inicialmente yo tenía dos preguntas. Initially I had two questions. And never mind that I love you, Rosie. Like, I think you're awesome, and congratulations. Thank you so much for being here. I was going to ask who animated the film, because I thought the art was beautiful.
All the mapping is amazing.
So basically, I work with two people in New York. One is Alex Sherwitzinski. He works with different programs, and I sat with him and we did all the animation. And another one is the Georgia studio, which does music, and Georgia was in charge of the so-called commercial, and Alex was in charge of the rest of the animation. So basically, my process is I do things very analog. I really like use paper, and I do storyboards, and then I sit with my collaborators, and those storyboards become animation.
I had to tell you.
Brilliant.
It was a brilliant and amazing work, because you see that, you cannot imagine all the work is behind that. What a patience. I was mad about the green screen, but then they were working like crazy like that in all this mapping, amazing. When you see the show, the real show, I am on live there with all this mapping, and this so big emotion, because you are really feeling the experience to be there, and it's a trip.
In the performance,
lady, it's a trip.
In the performance, Rossy wears these coats that are made out of canvas. So every time she's on stage, her dress becomes a surface for reflection and for the mapping. I also have like a 8-feet coat with a dancer inside that serves as the narrator. So the process with Rossy was very interesting. So she came in July. We did everything in 5 days. I mean, we worked a lot. She left, and because she's a very busy lady, I had to work with a very specific frame of time. So our premiere was on a Friday, and Rossy came on a Wednesday. So I had to have everything really planned out. I had to work. I used to work in a theater off of Broadway, so I had an actress friend that was a sit-in for Rossy. And we were in contact, and I remember we were doing all the tech, and when Rossy arrived on Wednesday, we went to my studio, and my heart was beating so fast, because she has never seen all the material. And I was sitting there, and I'm like this, and she's watching, and I'm like this, and then everything is over, and she turned around, and she said, "Jessica, pero has hecho una joyita." And I was like, it was such a
una joyita maravillosa. I adore this traveling lady. Oh, because it's a very feminist and intellectual. Avant-garde, a pioneer. She showed us the way. I follow you, baby. Follow
Nelly.
Jessica, I just have one last thing, and I'm sorry. Like, this one is more of a congratulatory. The readings of Gertrude Stein, I felt were like exactly what Gertrude Stein sounds like. So Lola, whatever her last name is, I can't recall. Awesome.
Thank you
so much.
This traveling lady didn't travel so much yet, but she's going to, because we did it only in the FIAF in New York, the premiere, after in the Théâtre de la Université in Paris, and we're going to do it in June in Dallas.
Yes, we have.
But perhaps in Oslo, Norway.
But over here, a little bit of Gertrude Stein. So the woman that did the voiceover, her name is Lola Palishinsky. I think I'm pronouncing it correct. But she was a pioneer of off-Broadway theater, and she did a spectacle with called Alice and Gertrude, and she played Gertrude for many years. So she's almost 80 years old, and she said yes to the project. And it was such a, I was so fortunate, because the tone is perfect. So that for me was very important. So thank you for pointing that out.
We have a question over here.
Congratulations to both on this wonderful project.
Yes.
Rossy, una pregunta. De todos tus trabajos con Almodóvar, ¿cuál fue el que más disfrutaste de todos tus personajes?
Es que es difícil elegir uno, porque every character I play with Pedro is very special, and I love because Pedro always let a space for accident. I love accidents. I love how things happen without our permission and without our strategy. I always say, for example, Miquel Barceló, the painter who works in Mallorca like me, Mallorca, the Iceland, well, he went so many years to paint. He has a studio in Mali, Africa. And when he arrives there, he paints, and the termitas came by night and eat the painting. And he goes, oh my God, the painting disappeared with the termitas. What I have to do? He found a product that you put it there, and the termites don't want to eat it. But he said, I don't want to put it all over, because I'm here in Mali, in Africa. It's the termites' place. I have to allow them to be there too. And then, what a beautiful poetic thing. He put this product in some places no. And the termites came and eat the places there was no product. And then when he presented this painting, he said, I paint this painting with the Malian termites. And I love that. In Pedro's films, there are a lot of moments of accidental things that I adore. And also a lot of improvisation. In Kika, all the moment with the mirror was an improvisation. He was there and said, if you do it well, I'm going to keep it. He said, hi Pedro, please work it out. You work it out. Or for example, in Women on the Verge, when Candela...
Yes.
When Candela, the character of the cheetah's terrorist who we love, the model, she tried to suicide herself. And Antonio Banderas, Carmen Mora and I rescued her. Was in a studio. Then we shoot another in the terrace, whatever. But in the studio, when we rescue her, she lose a shoe. The shoe were awful. Even it was a friend of mine who designed it, Antonio Alvarado. A big shoe like that, very, very awful. And Candela Maria Barranco, the actress, didn't like that shoe. And she said, first if I lose the shoe, I can change the shoe. We are continuing filming and I can change the shoe. And Pedro said, no way, because you are in Carmen's Mara house. He's your friend. You are a model. You have a big feet. You cannot find a shoe here in Let me think about it. I'm gonna find another way. And then, when the Guardian chose L'Empleade, who dies the last year, the amazing shoe, who was playing the Guardian. When Carmen Mara goes to see the lawyer, she goes there and the Guardian says, look, falls from the sky. The other one, take the shoe. And this shoe, she put it in the bag and go to the lawyer. And go to the lawyer, can I smoke? And open the bag and this shoe again. Surrealistic thing going on because an accident. And I love that in Pedro. Which character I prefer? Maybe I cannot tell you because all are like babies. Perhaps the last one because it's the most recent. But in The Law of Desire, I love it too. Oh, yes. Because it was myself in that moment. I don't know. It's true that in The Law of Desire, Pedro said, don't make her. She's going to do the makeup. Don't dress her. She's going to work her own clothes. Don't hairstyle it. She's going to... And he wanted to capture what I was in that moment, plastically. And I didn't feel like an actress because it was my first time in front of a camera. And he said, you worked great. 13 takes, you worked great in 13 takes. I'm very proud of you. But I didn't feel like an actress because I was so much myself. But then he wrote me, Women on the Verge has nothing to be with us. And another little funny thing in Women on the Verge, he wrote me this character. And he said, I'm very happy. Thank you, Pedro. That you're going to drink this gazpacho with orfidals, and you're going to say, okay, I was so happy. Okay. I go there, I put in another day sleeping. Come on, tomorrow you have to come to the set because the camera going to do a traveling and we're going to see you sleeping there. He said, is that to be an actress? I'm so boring. And I was each day to Pedro, I'm bored. This is sleeping, I don't do anything here. What a shit. And he said, what you want to do? People want to sleep. And I was, that one day, it was so heavy, you say? Pesadita. Yes, insisting. And then one day he came, he said, listen, you want to have a dream? In your dream, you want to have an orgasm. And then, like you are a virgin, you are very antipathic because all the virgins are very antipathic. After your orgasm, you're going to feel like, oh, it is true. And he offers me the end of the film. It was very beautiful.
Yes.
That all the characters I love. Even those characters I didn't play.
Thank you.
¿Cómo? No estuve ni nominada, calla, no me digas. Que lo puse en Instagram, digo. Estaba genial como para estar nominada. I love Sigourney Weaver. And Sigourney Weaver was nominated for the film of Bayona, and I said, but who's speaking English? And he nominated the Goya, Spanish Goya, speaking English. I don't get it. I love Bayona. Now, I was very disappointed. Even when I go out, at the end, the Maria, my character, go out of the house, Pedro said to me, between this stone, was the biggest stone, and this stone is Goya, be careful. For action, and it was like, oh my God. But I was not nominated. No problem. Okay. The character is the award. It's not. Thank you. Your love.
So, Rossy, real quick question. So, as a working actor, do you ever? I mean, you probably haven't auditioned in many years. But do you have any tips for people who have unconventional looks like ourselves that go into an audition and try to compete with the pretty faces?
I never audition it, and I never do an audition. Nobody call me for audition. They call me straight to go to the you have to trust yourself. You have to trust yourself because that makes you powerful. This kind of security in yourself and believe in yourself, believe in your dreams, believe what you want to do. And one thing that is key, very important thing. Nothing is personal. Don't take anything personal. If somebody is angry with you or mad about you, it's his problem, it's not yours. You put an impermeable, como dices. You have an umbrella in the rain, and you don't get wet. If the other, look, Fernando Pessoa is an amazing Portuguese writer. One of his, I love his aphorism and his sentence, and one of these sentences he says, the sense of ridicule exists only for the others. It's always that the other wanted to choose it. Glad you're liberated about ridicule. You don't feel ridicule anymore. You know what I mean? You have to trust yourself, and the others have to work their shit. And you have to work what you feel, what you want, what you need, what you believe, and that does make you powerful. Love yourself like you are your little child, because our little child inside needs this love, and we have to be always connected with this little girl, this little boy that we've been, because it's still there. Everybody was a little boy or little girl before. And this sweetness once you send away your demons, or make your team adversity.
Una y ya estamos. Luego en la fiesta. Muchas gracias. Muchas gracias. Questa non ci vuole la dopo la facciamo, non c'è la festa.
I want to say something because I forget. Here there are a lot of
Rossy, bonita.
Ora ti porti così.
She was an amazing friend.
Yo me hago las fotos luego.
Dale, in the party.
And she was Women of the Birch, my cap artist, and a lot of Almodovar movies, 7 or 8. Makeup artists in cinema are very important because our confidence, the people who calm the actors, who help them to don't be stressed, insecurities. I have not insecurities. The other. No, I'm happy to be an artist because the actresses who are only actresses, they suffer a lot. They suffer a lot. I mean, like I'm an actress, I have no this problem. I'm an actress, I'm a musician, I am a singer, I am a performer, blah, blah, blah. I have a lot of things, and don't feel that. The actresses, Anna knows very well, are very fragile material. And they love to be there, and they say, you are Fulanita de Tal, Maria. You come from here, you go there, and all these things gonna happen to you. Ah, thank you. I know who I am. When the film finished, who am I? I don't want to return to my life. I want another character to forget myself. It's true.
Bueno, un placer conocerte. Primero que nada, soy fan tuyo y
gracias.
Quiero decirte que me encanta tu energía, eres muy real, muy verdadera y eso se olvida mucho, hay gente grande como tú.
Gracias.
Espero que disfrutes Miami y tengo 2 preguntas para ti.
Gracias.
Primera, ¿cómo mantienes esas piernas tan espectaculares?
Me tenía que poner las medias, pero con las prisas me olvidé. Bueno,
no necesito.
Me dijeron una vez una cosa preciosa. You have fisheries legs. Not bad, huh? Fisheries legs. Not bad, eh? I took it. No, I have a good legs. Piernecitas me llamaban. Ah, thanks God, I have a good legs.
Oh, muy bien, perfecto.
For a traveling lady, very good.
Excelente. Y la otra pregunta es, bueno, eres un icon fashion. Tú tratas de, cuando te proponen proyectos, películas, short film, tratas de poner un poquito de idea de lo que es la moda, como a ti te gusta tanto, decir, bueno, sería cool usar este tipo de estilo. Puedes aportar eso porque tú eres fabulosa en eso. Y mucho gusto en conocerte.
Thank you.
Gracias.
I always like to interact, even with fashion stylists. I don't want to be like a puppet. I go there and I want to create with them and do things with them at the same time. And it's very funny. Fashion is so funny. I love to be an icon because icons are ageless. And that's why it is perfect to be an icon about it. Eh? But thank you very much for your love. I feel the love of you all and it made me so happy. It made me so happy. Here in this life we are together to share moments like that, very quick pass like that, and after, if we are really in the present and enjoy what we are doing and sharing, like I say always, I love humanity, humanidad. I love the whole humanity, and I hate multitude. But I love humanity, and then I'm very, very happy to be with you and share this. Ah, soy auténtica, señora, ¿no? De Kika. Qué heavy eres, soy auténtica. Qué heavy eres, Juana. Pues, creo que la autenticidad es la cosa más sencilla y más, ¿cómo diríamos? Más real because you don't have to invite something. You be spontaneous, authentic. You are not saving lives, you know what I mean? You are not doing, you are not, you make people and you entertain people, you love what you do, but you don't have to take so seriously or so pretentious. It's like, for me, an artist, for example, a musician. I don't like the ego, the vanity that a lot of people can have in the artist world or another business, because they think that they invited something that they create, but we're not creative. For me, the main thing is to disappear, to make an emptiness, and then something, even a character comes and possesses me. Forget myself. My ego is not there. That is the point. Because when you compose a song, for example, a lot of people, copyright, this is my song, I have the rights, I have the name, you pay me for this, you are playing my song, you have to pay me, all this, you know what I mean? It changed very well, a lot what the real thing of the song is, because this song is the result of a lot of songs that you hear, a lot of it, and it's there for everybody. You take it, you put it, but you are a vehicle of this. You are not the boss of this creativity. When something is great, you are not like, I made this thing great. No, thing is great. Thank you for the work, but you don't think you didn't create it. We are like vehículos, somos vehículos de las cosas, ¿no? No somos masters of, we are not God, you know what I mean? We are simple human that we enjoy, but it's great to be an artist because real life is very, very hardcore. And for me, escaping all the time in the imagination, Mother Nature, all the things that inspire you, painted, and all the power, the therapeutic power of the art helped me to live a lot of lives, a lot of things, always excited, always connected with this little child, and I'm very happy to choose that this work choose me, and that I feel that I belong to this, because artists are universal. It's with no religion, no boundary, it's another dimension, and it's so good to be there, let me tell you.
We have a question back there. Go ahead with your question.
Yes.
Hi, Jessica. I was wondering if you could talk more about the creation of your project, if the idea came and then you found Rossy, or if she was your muse. I'm just curious more about that.
Always my muse. But, in 2013 I made a short film called La Divané, and I was looking for a narrator because I was like, but I don't want like the British male voice to give my short credibility. I want a Spanish woman with an amazing accent. So I was talking at the time with Andres Levin, who's a very good friend of Rossy, and he's like, okay, let's do it with Rossy de Palma. I'm like, hey, yeah, sure. So he's like, no, I'm serious. And I'm like, okay. So he's like, I know her and we can ask her. I'm like, and then I remember that in 2012, we were in at the Centre Pompidou. She was performing, and I had a piece there called Headpieces for Peace, but I was too shy to say hello. I'm like, I don't want to be that annoying person, like, hi, Rossy, na. So I stayed, I didn't approach her, but my film won the prize of the festival. So in 2013, when Andres brought up that he knew Rossy, she did, let's do an email with Headpieces for Peace, and I said, Andres, approach her, and Rossy remembered the film, and she's like, yeah, I like the film, sure, let me read
Very
the
funny, La
script.
Divané, very, very funny. Because La Divané is a woman who is, don't want to stand up. He was in the divan, always like receiving other people. La Divané, years and years.
So La Divané, it's basically, it's a short film based on like a reclined nude, but that she reclined to be painted, but she never stood up because she didn't want to stand up.
You can find it in YouTube, La Divané, Jessica Mitrani.
In Vimeo, in Nowness, you can check it out on Nowness. So anyway, so we shoot the short, and Rossy and we emailed back and forth, so it worked for her. So she came to New York, and then I started the film. I did bookends with Rossy because I said, how am I going to have the voice and not the presence of Rossy? So we bookended the film with Rossy. She starts and she ends the film. I was working on Traveling Later. We were discussing, and she was asking me a lot of questions about the project, and I was showing her all the collages, the little storyboards, because I wasn't sure exactly what I wanted to do with the project.
I am so lucky to work with Jessica. I'm so in love with her.
We have one more question.
Este señor de aquí que ya lleva un rato con la mano. Buena mamá. Go ahead, darling. Yes. This, the Piccolo Teatro, the legendary Piccolo Teatro in Milan, asked me for thanks to my dear Bruno, who came from Dallas. We spent, how many years we spent to arrive to the Piccolo Dallas? 11 years trying to go there. But once they asked me, Rossy Palma, we need something about surrealism, about Dadaism, who I love, because the first thing I felt when I was a little girl was to be a poet. And Dadaism was a universe that I always loved, and even in conscience, it was like, oh, this is my world, Dadaism. And then they asked me something about surrealism, a little bit Dali, Lorca, all these references, but I put a little Lorca, put a little Dali, but I say, let's go with women, because women interest me a lot, like a creative material, like Jessica. I think women, we artists were in the dark for many, many generations. There are a lot of women very interesting to rescue from the past, and it's a material that excites me so much. Then I sent a little hypnosis. I didn't know, because surrealism has to be subconscious. You have not to do the thing, I gotta do that, and no. It has to come without your permission, and something that you discover at the same time. And then I wrote a little hypnosis that was biographic, because I said, when I was a little girl, I was always, not broken, but opening everything, the dolls, because my father, I don't buy you any more dolls because you're broken. No, I wanted to know what was inside the things. I was so curious, and I always opened the things up, nothing inside, always. Not anything inside. I said, what is this, no? And then I was running, I wanted to leave, I was perhaps running too much in my teenager time, and I said, life is like an onion. There is nothing inside. You all the straight, you say, las capas,
the layers.
The layers. You take one layer, another layer. At the end, what you keep is only the humidity of the tears that you, while you are. Then the Piccolo Teatro was so excited, Bruno. They said, oh, we love it. We buy this. This is the idea. Just only this little hypnosis. Life is like an onion. Then I let the things happen. I arrived to Milan without anything compatible. Like, I'm a little wild. I always try that the magic gonna come. You know what I mean? And then for example, I've been in Salt, in Girona, in Empordà, Catalonia, and I bought some big breads where Dali was used to buy the breads. Because I like this organic thing. Go to the same place that Dali was. And I put these breads in my head, in balance, and I go to the scene with this bread and a long dress and say, life is like an onion. Life is like an onion. And a lot of onions going out on the stage with me, like, life is like an onion, run, and going to the audience, all these onions. I want onions, they all colors, pinks, browns, all the onions. And Milano, life is like an onion, la vita una cipolla. La vita una cipolla milanesa. And it was great. And this collier de perlas, the Proud Collier was the same thing. I invited this piece because the song says so beautiful. I want to make a Proud Collier with my tears that I suffer for you. And after, I always have my imagination with this birdcage. I had so many years this draw of me with the birdcage. I didn't know what to do there. And I mi piace, non mi piace, mi piace. It's a pity we don't have time. And perhaps I can bring, this show called Resiliencia d'Amore, because it's love, the love you have for art, is the therapeutic that I told you, how art is so powerful, therapeutic, and the resilience, you know this word, because in Italy, no. Now it's tendons. Everybody knows resilience, what it means. Resilience. But we are the fruit of resilience. I am a resilience in myself, and how with the traumatic material you can make something beautiful. You can recycle it in art, and also at the same time it's so balsamic, and so you feel better, and you share with people.
We have one last question for the night.
Rossy, muchas gracias por estar con nosotros, es un placer. Como gran artista que eres, pones mucha verdad en tus personajes. La pregunta es, ¿cuántos de tus personajes son Rossy de Palma?
Bueno, tengo que decir que Rossy de Palma is a little bit... I mean, all the Rossys are fed up of Rossy de Palma. The Rossy musician, the other, the Rossy writer, because Rossy de Palma takes a lot of time, has an agenda that don't allow the others to work, and but in my characters, I forget myself. I really, for example, each actor, actress had their own methods. I don't have method. My only method is to disappear. Cameras, the cameras, cinema, because in theater is different. Theater, you are with the audience, you feel the energy, it's an exchange. I love theater, it's chronological, things happen chronologically. You are in the mood, you're going with the flow. But in cinema, you are like a little dog, because they cut you, that you have to shoot some scenes that you didn't leave the things before and after, and the end at the beginning. It's so strange. And then you are not responsible because it's the director and the montage who want to create this story. But for me, the work is real to not be there. Even it's surprising myself. The camera loves that you don't pay her any attention. I understand that. I don't give up to the camera. I ignore her because she loves that. She loves that you are not, because the actor that, I'm gonna do that, and then I wanna say, oh, this word. No, I read a lot the scripts, I read it, but not memorize, not even memorize. I don't like to memorize because in life you don't have time to repeat. You go there and the sentence is perfect, the tone is perfect. Then my work is to disappear. And then, for example, I play a role in Patrice Leconte, very, very funny film, Une heure de tranquillité, and I was another servant. And I was a servant, a Spanish servant, and I invited them. Okay, there are French people, there are a neighbor in this house. I want to speak Spanish with, I say, ¿qué pasa? Esta gente están para allá, madre mía, no hay que los aguante. I put a lot of sentences, and Patrice Leconte let me go ahead. And then I have a scene in an elevator with another actress, another character, and I don't know why I put my hands here in the elevator. I never put my hand here in real life. You know what I mean? Here. But it was great for the character. After I say, look at this. I surprised myself with the body. When you really disappear, it's like a mystic possession. The characters come and do whatever he wants. And you are like that, and then you surprise yourself. Why I put this? Because it's not the way you move your hands or your body in real life. It's the character. But for me, it's very easy to disappear. It's true that the people who has a big ego No. They don't try to disappear. They have to control everything. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We are making time also. We are very happy here. I'm happy to be because there is an amazing wind outside, and we have a night under the palm trees. But we cannot have the palm trees anymore because the palm tree can fall. I love palm trees. I adore them. And Jessica too. We share these. She always puts these palm trees everywhere, and Miami is a paradise of palm trees.
We'll reincarnate as palm trees.
But I think they are changing the place of the party about that because it's so windy, no?
So let's party.
Yeah.